Memories linger, never quite dead. Barely there, they weave inside a song of echoes drifting by. A past life stirs in the moonlight glow. Fragile moments the wind does show. Through the grass where time has crept, silent voices dance of wind. Hold the stillness, feel it sway. Shadows move, but will not stay. Through the pain, the whispers call. A quiet age that says it all. Humming low like a ghostly thread. Memories linger, never quite dead. Barely there, they weave inside a song of echoes drifting by. Rain whispers secrets to the trees, a lullaby of sorrow the night believes. Clouds hold the weight of tears.
Good morning, everyone. This is Katie Sanito, the Gourmet Goddess and the Chairman of the Board for Munster Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to our August Munster Chamber of Commerce WJOB show. I am joined today by Jack Gallagher from Theo's.
Yes.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Theo's is our sponsor this month, and we're going to have a great conversation with Jack in just a second.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Wanted to hit a couple of highlights here of things that have been happening with Munster Chamber since our last show. We have had a couple of new ribbon cuttings for Crew Car Wash and Project Thrift Shop, so we want to welcome them to Munster, welcome them to the Chamber, wish them much success. We just finished our August membership meeting. That our show here on WJUB always comes the following week from our membership meeting, and we had Phil Talon from the South Shore Convention and Visitors Authority. That's always such a mouthful. It was great to meet and see Phil. He's been in that role now just about 14 months, and Jack, you were there. He had a great presentation and conversation about tourism.
Yeah, it was very good.
In Lake County and the great things that are happening here, specifically in Lake County within the region, all of the great opportunity that there is for our local businesses to capitalize on the beds and heads and butts and seats.
Yep. The Indian windows that he was saying about. Yep.
Right, that he mentioned. And so it was really great to hear Phil's message and the energy he brings to the role, and really the ton of opportunity that's going to be coming our way with the convention center.
A lot of things that we didn't know about that was coming into our area, and yeah, it's really exciting to see what's coming in and the other opportunities for the local businesses.
I know it's really exciting, and I guess he was really proud to share too that Lake County had the best. I'm going to mess up what the metric was, but related to like hotel filling up the hotels, Lake County leads the way.
Absolutely. And if he can get the Savannah bananas, that would be really cool too. Absolutely.
I know. There's a lot of cool stuff out there, and we'll talk more about that specifically in our October show. Phil just confirmed he's going to join me in our October show, so we're going to hit more of that, but it was a really great meeting last week.
It was fantastic, yes.
Yes. Lots of things happening that listening audience out there, local businesses, if you want to join us and participate in supporting Munster Chamber, but just our local business in general, our Small Business Development Committee, our next Power Hour is today, actually, later this afternoon at 3:30. And what we do there is really just try to bring any of our small business owners, really specifically, that need a group to be able to collaborate and share ideas and bounce ideas and frustrations, any of those things, just really kind of be a support group for our fellow local business owners and small, teeny, tiny business owners, business owners of one, myself included. We're going to be doing that at Megmade over in Centennial Village, again at 3:30. We're going to be kind of doing a mid-year review, and Evan Sylvester of E. James Consulting is going to help lead us through sort of kind of a general checklist that small business owners should get in the habit of using and making sure they're staying on top of key metrics for their businesses. So he's going to be doing that with us today. Our August coffee hour is tomorrow. So again, today's August 20th. Our coffee hour is tomorrow, August 21st. We do that with 3 other chambers, Highland Griffith, Lansing, and Cherville. It's Highland's turn to host this month, so we're going to be at Greenwich Cafe. That's a great opportunity to network with multiple chamber members. If you're not a part of another chamber and you're curious, it's a great way to meet some of the members from there, the executive directors. And Theo's really kind of came to us at the Munster Chamber through a coffee hour.
That is how we joined up, was with the coffee hour. Always really good networking, nice to meet new people. And we had originally joined with Highland and Griffith, and then it was a coffee hour at, I think it was a hotel, right?
Yeah.
I met with Miss Mashura. Yes.
Yep. We hosted, I think, 2 times ago now, and so we were thrilled to have you join us. And then we held our new member lunch at the restaurant in the newly renovated restaurant, which we'll touch on in just a second. But we're happy to have Theo. So
and we're happy to be a part of it. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. This Saturday, Munster is hosting their 2nd annual Cruisin' the Ridge. Munster Chamber is proud to be a presenting sponsor of that event. If you went last year, you will know that it was very well received by the community. We're right along Ridge Road there, from Holman to Manor, I believe, thereabouts, but cars lining the streets, local businesses open and ready and waiting for customers to pop in and visit them. And it was a great day for the community, great day if you're a car enthusiast. There's live music. There's going to be artisan vendors there, small businesses. It's just going to be a really fantastic day. So that, shame on me, I didn't write down the time, but you can go on to
everything's online now.
Everything's online. You can find it. You can find it. But it's a really great day, and kudos to Chuck Gardner and a couple of other folks within the town of Munster spearheading the organization of that event, and Pam Dennis from Fetching Market really helping get the vendors coordinated and the music and all of that good stuff. So it's going to be a really fun and fantastic day for Munster. We have our pop-up networking coming up September 4th from 5 to 7 p.m. at 313 Tap Room. That's an after hours thing. So if mornings don't work for you for the coffee hour, come to this pop-up networking. Another great opportunity to get to know your fellow members, and bring somebody. If you know somebody that might be interested in joining a chamber for the first time, those networkings and coffee hours are prime time to bring somebody that might be looking to help them feel if Munster is a good fit for them. And then we have a couple of other events happening later on in the month. I'll touch on those towards the end. I really want to get to our guests today.
Absolutely.
Yes. So again, we have Jack Gallagher. He is a manager at Theo's Steak and Seafood. And he is on with us because come in just a couple of weeks, not even a couple of weeks.
It's right around the corner
Right around the corner in September. Theo's is going to be celebrating 20 years.
20 years, 2 decades. It's kind of crazy to think of, right?
I know. So congratulations
Thank
to
you.
Theo's.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
But Jack, first let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us how long you've been with Theo's, what your background is.
Yeah, so I've been with Theo's for about 8 years now. I was originally a server there for about 3 or 4 years. As far as my background goes, I've been in the restaurant industry for about 12 years. Started off actually at a little restaurant in Linwood, and I was a delivery driver there. One day, restaurant got busy. From delivery driver, I went in and started helping the owner cook. So then from there, I was cooking. Then I really started to really enjoy the cooking aspect of it. And then when the town of Munster still owned it, I actually went and was the kitchen manager of Centennial. So the View restaurant, when the town owned it.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, so I was there for a little bit. I was cooking, doing the banquet, stuff like that. And then from there, I went to another restaurant, Danny Z's, over in Munster, Indiana. I was a bar back there, then started bartending for a little bit. Went to Briar Ridge for a little bit. I was a server there. So, you basically throw me anywhere in the restaurant industry and I can kind of hold my own, jack of all
Jack
trades.
of all trades. It fits.
So
it
yeah.
fits.
But yeah, I've been with Theo's for about 8 years. I was actually supposed to manage Prime, so one of the sister restaurants in Crown Point, and I had accepted the role of Prime the Thursday before COVID hit.
And then COVID changed everything in the
kinda
restaurant business.
Yeah, it's kind of shut everything down. And then when we reopened up, the management position kind of opened up over at Theo's, and the other manager, Chris Anazaris, kind of threw my head into the ring,
Right.
and was like, "Hey, do you want to maybe manage Theo's with me?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." I've already been there for a few years, so I kind of knew the scope of everything over there, and yeah, ended up going with Theo's, and the rest is history. Just been at Theo's, yeah.
Well, that's really, really great. So give us a little bit of background about Theo's. I mean, they've been a staple in the community for now 20 years, but for anyone out there that isn't familiar with how Theo started, give us a little scoop on that.
So Theo's in September will be 20 years in Highland, but they originally started in Cal City.
Okay.
So Cal City, they started off with Ted's Breakfast and Lunch. They were there for almost, I would say, about 30 years at Ted's Breakfast and Lunch.
my.
Then they also had opened, it was called Connie's Good Spirits. So chicken wings, pizza, it was like a bar there. But, if people from the area, Ted's was just a staple. Everybody knows a Ted's Breakfast and Lunch. And, we are fortunate that when they did take over Theo's and they ended up closing Ted's, we had a lot of the customers from Ted's come to Theo's and support us there. So, just kind of showing the dedication, the hard work, and not cutting corners, kind of like the foundation that they built in Cal City, kind of transitioned to Theo's. But yeah, so they started off in Cal City. Then when Ted Cladaris, when his son Peter Cladaris got out of college, they thought, hey, let's try the steak business. So then they opened up Theo's. And we've been there for 20 years next month. And then a couple of the other sister restaurants, Prime Steakhouse in Crown Point. And then it was kind of funny, Pete thought, hey, why not try out sushi?
Why not?
Yeah, why not, But yeah, he dibble-dabbles in the sushi. And, I'm not being biased. I think Umi's probably one of the best
It's
sushi
delicious.
restaurants
I've
in
been
the area. So that's right above Prime in Crown Point. And then the newly one added to the Theo's Dining Group. And probably one of the most popular ones, Avgo.
Yes,
Breakfast and lunch.
delicious.
Yeah, in St. John, the food portions are enormous. But yeah, Pete wanted to kind of get back to his roots and where it all started, so he opened up Avgo. And then I'm not exactly sure the exact date next year, but they're opening up another Avgo in Valparaiso.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, that'll be good.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, in front, just not that the show is about Avgo, but for anyone who doesn't know what Avgo means.
Oh, it means egg
Okay.
in Greek. Yeah.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, everybody
'Cause everyone's
mispronounces
like,
it.
Avgo,
Yeah,
what's
Avgo,
that?
yeah.
No, it is delicious, fresh, like you said, portions are generous.
Yes, very big, very
Yes,
large.
and-
I'm a big guy myself, and the skillets, the omelets, I mean, it's almost impossible to eat. But, that's kind of what, the family's always been at, is giving the customer what they want, big portions for, the good price, and making sure that they're taken care of.
That's great. That's great. So when Theo's did come to Highland and do the steakhouse thing, was that pretty new at the time? As far as steakhouses go in the region?
I would say so, especially over like even the last few years, like when I was a server, I would say Theo's was a staple. Before Theo's, it was Alexander's, but I don't really recall, and that was maybe a little bit before my time, but I really don't remember any steakhouses around the Highland area, Munster, Cherville, Dyer. I think Theo's really made a staple of how a steakhouse should be in Northwest Indiana. It was the city type of portions and the atmosphere, but for the region pricing and stuff like that.
Exactly. So. I took a look at the Theo's website and some of the customer testimonials and things that are noted on there that was mentioned about city experience, city quality, but region.
And the thing is a lot of people don't know, and they find out in later time is, you go to the city or you go to these other steakhouses and everything's a la carte. You don't get soup, you don't get salad, you don't get a side. You have to pay for all that.
Right.
And that's one of the big things that Theo's does, and a lot of people don't remember, is for all that food and all the portions, you get soup, you get salad, you get your side.
All included.
It's all included in that price. So So yeah,
Well,
best bang for your buck.
Yeah, well, that's an important difference. What else would you say from your perspective and your time there and being involved in all those different roles in the restaurant? What would you say do customers appreciate most about Theo's?
Absolutely, the food portions, the how we treat the customers. At the end of the day, I mean, yes, food is 100%. I would say one of the most important things, but I think the customer service, how you're welcomed in the restaurant. I mean, as far as, or as small as like a handshake, sometimes even a hug when you walk in, but just being appreciated, and I mean, just going that extra mile for the customer, make sure that they feel warm and welcome, and of course with the food portions, fresh produce, stuff like that. And I don't think a lot of people know, but a lot of other steakhouses and stuff in the area, we all work kind of with the same providers and everything. But I think the little details that go the longest way are the owners, Pete and Ted, actually cut each steak. Normally they're there about 6 a.m, so they get the loins, the export loins, the short loins for like the ribeyes and the porterhouses, and they hand cut and trim every steak. So every steak that hits the table is inspected by the owner. So if it doesn't meet their criteria, it's not going to go
served. That's really, really, I think, an important point to make, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Myself being a chef and also in the hospitality,
you know how it is. Yeah,
right?
For sure.
In the traditional hospitality business, I mean, a restaurant, usually, hospitality, most people think restaurant, hotel, things like that. But really, quite honestly, we're all in the hospitality
the same
business.
Thing, yeah,
right?
Sure.
Every small business, how you treat your customers, how you make them feel, what experience you give them is really, really important, but especially in a dining sense.
Yeah.
I mean, having high quality food, of course, I feel like is a non-negotiable.
No,
really.
absolutely.
But also, how people feel while they're in your restaurant and how you make them feel when they leave and whether or not they want to come back. And those key details, the owners hand cutting every steak,
yep.
That's pretty special, I think.
And it's the little things like that that go the extra mile, I feel like, and that's what you have to do, especially nowadays. I mean, it's the little details, and we have to show appreciation and show gratitude to the customers that have supported us over the years. And I mean, you get it too. You're in the restaurant industry, so it's those little things that add up to a big thing.
Absolutely. Just feeling, all any of us want is to, as a customer, is to be seen, to be valued, to
feel
be heard.
Appreciated.
Right.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's really great. I know when we came for the new member lunch.
For a meeting, yeah.
Right. We had a new member lunch. We've had a great uptick of members joining this summer. And so, I don't know, I think we had about 12 of us there.
Yeah, about 12.
Just a nice little intimate group, get to know each other, ask questions, share with them about important things for everyone to know as a new member and opportunities to take advantage of getting involved and things like that. But you were so welcoming and had the room that we were in, was that like a private dining room?
Yeah, so we actually have, I guess you would technically call it 3 different rooms, but we have one room that holds 25 to 30. We have another room that holds 40 to 60. And then when you open up kind of that middle wall, it can hold up to about 100.
That's
great. So
great.
if people are looking to do, baby showers, baptisms, communions, wedding receptions, anything like that, we can do. We also do like financial meetings, pharmaceutical meetings. So banquets have kind of became our bread and butter there too. And then we also do on-site caterings because of having the different types of restaurant groups.
Yeah.
I mean, we can kind of do it all.
You have lots
breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want, we can do.
Which is really great to know. I mean, if anyone out there didn't know that Theo's Restaurant Group has, these 3 other...
Yeah, the banquet rooms, absolutely.
Right. The other restaurants, but also how versatile your space is to be able to hold those different size groups. Beautifully redone. Everything was really great.
Yeah, the remodel probably took about 5 years off my life. But, no, it came out great. ASG, the remodeling company, they did a great job. But, yeah, I mean, if you haven't been into Theo's in a couple of years or even a couple months and haven't seen what we've done, complete remodel, brand new bar, brand new granite, countertops, brand new lighting, brand new floors, brand new sconces,
everything. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
really,
beautiful.
really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, and even the patio area out there, for some reason, it just sort of I'm always reminded, I'm like, oh yeah, Theo's has a really nice patio
that's
there.
that's Chris's little baby. She plants the flowers, waters the flowers. I mean, it's gorgeous out there. That's her baby out there for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
she does a nice job with that as well. I'm like, I have to. Well, once the heat subsides,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
this
it's been a
weather
little-
has not been enjoyable
No,
to be
it's
outside.
been a little hot, so maybe when the weather subsides, we can get some more people
Get
out
some more
there.
folks out on the
Absolutely.
patio, but it is nice, and it's you're a little bit back off of Indianapolis Boulevard, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
like you're
bad.
right on the
No.
road there, but it's really nicely set up to be a little oasis out
Yeah,
there.
for
So
sure.
we may have to have a happy hour.
Hey, absolutely. A little
Chamber
little,
happy
little,
hour.
little networking
That's
out there.
Right.
That's what
Everyone
we'll call
loves to
it.
network
Yeah.
with cocktails. Well, let's talk a little bit about some of your signature dishes at Theo's.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys really known most for? What are customers loving?
So what I would say is our signature dish has got to be the 30-ounce ribeye. The tenderness, the marbling on it. I would say that would probably be the most popular. I love a bone-in steak myself, but I love the New York strip steak. I don't know what it is, but I just love the New York strip steak. But I would say the fan favorite's the ribeye as far as steaks go, and then we also have a tomahawk steak. So it's a 50-ounce tomahawk steak that
boy.
not too bad. It's got the long bone, the big meat, 50 ounces, and then we're actually serving that table side. So we bring it to the table, we slice it, we top it with compound butter, homemade Theo's compound butter. As far as steaks goes, I would say those are our two staples. Seafood, once again, the freshness of the seafood coming in and all that good stuff is always a huge part of it. I would say our Alaskan king crab legs, they're 9 to 12s. If listeners aren't really familiar with a 9 to 12 Alaskan king crab leg, it's a little bit of a larger size, a little bit thicker, more meat. They are split in half already for you,
That's
so you
nice.
just have to take the meat to the butter to your mouth. And then, once again, kind of reiterating the freshness of our seafood, we do have branzini. I don't know if you're familiar with
Ooh,
branzini.
yes.
Mediterranean sea bass, so it's a whitefish that we normally get in a couple times a week, and it's flown in over from overseas to our purveyor, Supreme Lobster, and then we get it on ice, and then you can have it whole or filleted. But I would say as far as like the staples of Theo's, those would be the four. Once again, everything is good, but
Right.
if you come to Theo's, I would definitely check out those four for sure.
Okay, well, and you guys have, I took a spin on the Facebook page too. I saw a video of that tableside tomahawk,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
butter
absolutely.
melting. Oh,
a
yeah,
little
it's
this
like,
and
okay,
that.
now
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock, I'm checking that
Yeah,
out and
yeah,
now
for sure.
finding myself hungry. But also, you guys have a boatload of specials, weekly specials. So
Yeah.
give us a quick rundown
so
what you have.
the quick ones, like I would say the one that's getting the most steam right now, and it's funny because I get phone calls all week that people think that it's a typo or something's wrong with it. Is on Tuesdays we have a surf and turf special. So it's a
Yes.
10-ounce filet mignon with a 10-ounce lobster tail for $49.95. The first week that we ran it, I know
That's
it's
like
crazy.
a buy one get one
Yeah,
free.
I know, absolutely. And for Theo's, the quality's there too. So the first week we sold about 50 of them. Yesterday, I think we almost hit 100, so that's
Wow.
not bad. Then you can wash that down with a $7 martini. Fridays at the bar and patio, we have half-off appetizers from 4 to 6. And then Wednesdays, we have a beef Wellington. Once again, a lot of people don't do beef Wellingtons in the area, so we brought that out. Saturdays, we have slow roasted prime rib. Monday, we have a burger special for $10.95 from 11 to 3 with the trimmings from the export and the short loins for the ribeyes and the porterhouses. I mean,
So that you're grinding your own.
grinding
Oh.
our own meat. So you
Okay, I
can't,
know where I need to go for lunch on
absolutely.
Monday.
So you can't beat that.
Yeah.
Thursdays, $5 house bottles of wine, CK Madabi, Cabernet, Chardonnay. There is a stipulation with that.
Okay.
You can't take the bottle home, but $5 bottle, I'm sure we could
We
polish
can,
off
we
one.
can take care
Yeah,
of that.
yeah. So
Not a problem.
weekly specials, absolutely, and you can see all the weekly specials on our website at theoshighland.com.
Okay, well, needless to say, you guys have plenty of opportunity to come and, dabble, do appetizers one day, get a burger on Monday.
Surf and turf
surf
on
and
Tuesday.
turf.
Why not?
I mean, lots and lots of opportunity. Well, speaking of that, so come September, tell us how the anniversary celebration is kicking off.
So the first one is going to be the ribbon cutting ceremony, and we are gracious that the Chamber of Commerce of Munster is going to be helping us. The Chamber of Commerce of Highland and Griffith will be coming too, and if anybody else wants to join join, the more the merrier. Everybody's welcome. So we're going to start on September 5th. September 5th at 3 o'clock. We're going to be the ribbon cutting ceremony. We're going to be handing out gift certificates, T-shirts, goodie bags, stuff like that. Then from the 8th to the 14th, we're going to be doing 20% off all bills. So any bill that is in-house, it's going to be 20% off. That's excluding alcohol, excluding carry-out. Then kind of the big one is, once again, we have to show support to the community and people that have helped us out throughout the years. So on the 24th and the 25th, all proceeds are going to be donated to the Cormer Children's Hospital in Chicago. So, children needs, I believe it's with the cancer research and stuff like that for the children. And then we're grateful enough that Thomas Dodge in Highland is actually going to be matching everything.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So proceed, is there a special, or something particular on the menu that proceeds from that, or
everything?
Wow.
So all sales on the 24th and the 25th, we're going to be donating there, and then Thomas Dodge is going to match whatever we donate. And then once again, partnering up with small businesses, and it's kind of crazy to even think of. Albert's Diamond Jewelers is actually celebrating 120 years in business. So we partnered up with them also, and then so for every $100 that you spend at Albert's, you'll get a $20 gift certificate for Theo's, and then for every $100 that you spend at Theo's, you'll get a $100 gift certificate for Albert's.
That's really generous. That's spectacular. So for the Comers, was there a personal connection to that to donate?
Not necessarily, but we were kind of just taking a look at different charities and stuff like that, and
this is what they picked.
Kind of.
I mean, which is certainly any.
That's kind of what we decided to go with, and they do a really good job, and we kind of did our research of different foundations and different people, and Cormer was a really good. Definitely a good donation spot to go to, and we kind of took a look at that, and we decided, all right, let's go with them.
That's really spectacular. I mean, wow. So all sales, those 2 days. That's amazing.
2 days. Fire sale going on.
Yeah, seriously, that's really, really spectacular. That's speaks certainly to the generosity of the owners, and I think that's just really, really spectacular. Yeah. So we hit specials. We talked about what's happening special for the anniversary. I don't know. Did I miss anything? Or anything else you want to give a special? Well, talk about your staff and the team. And
the staff.
Do you have other longtime staff members there? Because I think that really makes a difference in the service industry.
Two of them. All of our staff, our turnaround is, unprecedented. A lot of our staff has been with us 5-10 years. We treat them like family. So, I feel like that's why a lot of restaurants and businesses have had a hard time with employees. Us, it's kind of the exact opposite. But once again, how we treat our staff is we treat them like family, and that's how you have to do it. But I have to give a shout out to my two guys in the kitchen that keep that place running, is our Chef Rigel and his brother, Chef Horacio Haro. Both of them have been with us for 35 years. So they've been there since Alexander's. They're the blood, sweat, and tears, I would say, of that restaurant. And, other than, when Pete and Ted cut the steaks, all the specials that come out is from those two. So once again, it all starts with the employees and the staff. Yeah. And we wouldn't be where we're at now if we didn't have that kind of foundation and that setup. But Chef Rigel and Horacio, those are my two guys over there for sure.
Nice. Oh, well, that's really great. And especially surviving COVID in the restaurant business is hard.
Super tough.
How did you guys do it?
So
just for my own curiosity.
So Pete, he's a smart guy. This isn't the first time that he had to go through something like this, so he was well prepared for it. It's not like he knew it was going to happen, but just like how the 2004 housing crisis hit, he always has backup plans. He has the ideas. He's always reinvesting into the restaurant, so he likes to make sure that he is covered on all ends. But COVID was tough, to say the least. When COVID first hit, everything was shut down, so we weren't able to do much. But then when it started easing up and letting restaurants do carry out, they used to own a restaurant in St. John. It was the old Dick's, so Chop House.
Oh yeah.
So we were doing carry out at Chop House. We were doing carry out at Avgo. I was helping them out at Avgo. And then I'll never forget when it did start kind of lessening up. We did a Thanksgiving turkey carry out at Theo's.
Yeah.
cars wrapped around Theo's going onto Indianapolis Boulevard. And it was kind of sentimental just to see the people's faces after COVID, not being able to see them for a while, and them coming in, showing their support, showing their dedication, the gratitude of being able to get a home cooked meal from Theo. So, just kind of had to waver the waves and just do what we could,
Right.
So it was tough, but
you did it.
Well,
and people will remember that. I'm, curious if anyone's sitting in their car right now, or
I remember that Thanksgiving
meal. Hey,
meal.
I was in the line.
Yeah. So.
But it's doing things like that really stick with people and keep them loyal.
Absolutely.
So.
And then you got to show, dedication. You got to show support for those who supported you throughout the years. And, it all comes down to the nitty gritty, and it's the customers that have supported us through the years, and we have to support them and give back. And, that was one of the big reasons why we did the remodel too, is for the customers to come and be able to enjoy themselves in the region and have a nice place to go for dinner and enjoy themselves and relax and kind of unwind. So.
Right. Well, and have a great place too to host a special occasion.
Absolutely.
If they're not in the mood to host it at home, they've got a beautiful spot at Theo's to come to.
And you know how that is too, hosting events.
Yes, I do. That's what I do. I'm going and helping people host events at home, but I'm always I'm constantly asked if somebody's like, oh, you know what, it's not going to work out for me to do it here. Where do you suggest I go?
Come to Theo's. You don't have to cook. You don't have to clean. And, that's what we've seen a lot of an uptick in, like the holidays too, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. We've been busier and busier throughout the years because at the end of the day, people don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. So come to Theo's and let us do the hard work for you.
I know. Well, it's, time is short and we're busier and busier than ever. And, getting yourself to gosh, okay, I got to clean my house. Maybe not. Let's go somewhere else.
Let's go to Theo's.
And it's probably not too early to say, hey, book your holiday parties.
Yeah, book your holiday parties. We also do the Black Friday special with the gift cards. So for every $50 in gift cards you purchase, you get $25 back. That's another big one. But yeah, book the holiday parties, Christmas parties, stuff like that. We're already not all the way booked up, but we're getting there for December. So, if you want to do a holiday Christmas party with us, definitely reach out to us.
Yeah, get on the book soon.
Quick,
I know.
It's coming.
It's
Can
August.
Can you believe it's August already? It's about to be.
I just, dropped off my son at school this morning. We're back in the school groove. So, yeah. Christmas trees are going to be going up soon enough.
Yep, the fall is coming. It's right around the corner.
My goodness. Well, they're giving us some extra time today. I'm waiting for the wave from the booth there to say wrap it up, but usually
it must be a good segment. That's why I just want to hear it.
Excellent segment. But I'm going to hit any final things you want to share?
I would say just, if you guys want to come support us on the ribbon cutting ceremony, we would greatly appreciate everybody to come out for that.
And just a reminder on the date.
Oh, yeah, I apologize.
That's
September 5th, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And then, just come out for the month of September. I mean, not just the month of September.
No, anytime.
Anytime. But definitely come check us out. We've got great specials. If you need to follow us, theoshighland.com. We are also on Instagram on Theo's Highland. But just come support us. We greatly appreciate everybody, and we hope to see new faces, old faces, everybody.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think that'll do it for today. We had a very full show. I told you it would go fast.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was pretty quick. I'm not going to lie.
And we would hit it all. So, again, if you're listening live here, tomorrow is the Chamber's Coffee Hour. We'll be at Greenwich Cafe in downtown Highland on Highway Avenue. If you're a small business owner and you want to come and get some help and some camaraderie with fellow business owners, come to the Power Hour we have today at 3:30 at Meg Maid in Centennial Village there. And lastly, I'll mention we have the Fall in Love with Your Business event. That is a fall business expo that we do with our chamber partners in the area. It always sells out in terms of the vendor table, so it's a great business-to-business networking, but it is open to the public. So people do come in. They want to, check out and see what businesses are there, but also it's a great way to learn about different services or retail businesses that you didn't know about, all in one place. That happens at Villa Cesar. Again, that'll be Thursday, September 18th. I think it starts at 10 a.m. And if you are interested in setting up a table there, you sign up through the chamber that you are a member
Yeah, we'll
of.
definitely be there
And,
for that.
you know, you're
Yeah,
part of two different
absolutely. Got
chambers,
to.
so you can sign up through us. You can sign up through Highland Griffith. It doesn't matter. But again, it's an awesome opportunity to network with your fellow business owners, but also just get that exposure out in out within the community. So if you're ready to shut us down, we're going to wrap it up because I have nothing else to say. But thanks for joining us again. I'm Katie Sanito, the Gourmet Goddess. I'm Jack Gallagher from Theo's Steak and Seafood, and we hope you have a fabulous day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.